Hi everyone. Okay, it's been a while since I did the insulin tea stuff. Last year I did a video on how to propagate insulin, and I introduced you to insulin plant. For your information, insulin plant do work. It works really well. This video is on how I brew my insulin plant. This is the pot that I brew. I don't really measure. I just fill up the pot of water and bring the water to boil. And then I drop the dry leaves. I'll show you. Dry leaves that I dry it over on the kitchen counter. So I'll be ziplock all this dry leaves. And this way I could, I don't have to worry about going bad because it's dry. It works just like tea, drinking tea. But this one does not have any caffeine in there. It works great. It really regulates your blood sugar. So hang on. Okay, and I'm back to my insulin pot. So what I did is I put those dry leaves in here, and I don't really measure it. I just gauge, and it works wonderful. I do drink insulin tea. I drink it twice a day. 1 glass in the morning and 1 glass in the evening. So I just opened the pot. Earlier the water was really clear and slowly turning color. Now it's turning almost magenta. So I'm just sharing this. I'm letting it cool down while brewing in there. And then I will pour it into this pitcher. This large pitcher here, it will last me 3 days in the refrigerator. So I pour 1 glass in the morning and 1 glass in the evening. So that's all I do. Just a small glasses, depend on, you don't have to be, it doesn't have to be certain measurement of the glass. So, and it works better than, there's a fruit out there that's been all over the internet right now. They call it, including California, they call it miracle fruit. And people using that fruit to help their so-called diabetes, because, and it does not work. All the fruit it does is, the fruit does not regulate your blood sugar. When you eat that little berries, it turns your palate for about an hour, turn your palate, everything you eat afterward, like any sour stuff, it turns sweet. But it does not regulate your blood sugar. This thing here regulates your blood sugar. And my mother, she's addicted, she's really addicted to sugar. She puts sugar, syrup, and everything she eats. So, and I'm not exaggerating. That's why she become a type 2 diabetes. And her doctor put her on medication a couple years ago, and she hated it. She didn't like the side effect. And it's not only the side effect, she was restricted to what she that she could eat. Most of her life, she did not have to worry. She was eating whatever she wanted, but as she got older, she's 84. She's turning 85. She could eat whatever she wanted. Now she can't. And she was on medication, and she told me she hated it because even with medication, it didn't work well for her because she was restricted. And once I introduced a friend of mine, the founder of Seattle Best Coffee Roasting, he and his wife introduced us. They're friends of ours. They were visiting us here, and they introduced me to this insulin plant. And they sent me some cutting, and I propagate it, and it works wonderful. My friends, my family is also using it. And so that way we don't have to take medication because it works better than medication. Even my mother's doctor, even my doctor, they're shocked because it works so well. And you don't have to drink a lot, just 1 glass in the morning, 1 glass in the evening, or you could chop up the leaves and put it in salad, or or saute it. So you don't have to drink the tea. If you saute vegetable, just add the leaves to it, and it works great. So just going back on the tea, and that's all I do. And because I do, as we all getting older, our body change. Yeah, especially with women, we start putting on weight, and most people will become type 2 diabetes. So this is the only plant that I know that works so well. And if you go back to my last year, my previous video, my first video on how to propagate the insulin plant is so easy. And the only thing is the plant prefer partial shade. It cannot handle full sun. It will burn. And it needs lots of water and fertilizer. So partial shade, you could grow it inside the house if you're in a cold climate. In the winter, it doesn't survive freezing temperature. You have to put it inside and then bring it out in the spring. But if you're in California, most part of California, you could grow them outside. I grow mine outside. I did the experiment initially growing it up, bring it indoor in the winter, and the last 2 years I've been having the plant sitting outside. In the winter, I put it in the warm area of the sun. In the winter, it could handle full sun, but in the summer, it cannot handle full sun. So just for your info, and the plant prefer constant moist soil. And let me see what else. And when you don't spray water on the leaves. It does burn the leaves if you spray water on the leaf. It won't show it right away, but the next day it look like the leaf will wilt. So when you water the soil, not the plant. Don't spray water on the plant. If you want more information on how it works, watch my previous video from last year, how to propagate. I explained thoroughly on how it works, and this is far better than miracle fruit. So all the hype on the miracle fruit does not regulate your blood sugar. This regulates your blood sugar. It's also help you lose weight. So, and if you the book I didn't write the book. I found the book on Amazon. And the book will explain more on all the benefit of the insulin plant. So, and I don't sell the cutting. If anyone interested, let me know. This is, I thought I'd do this video. So, look at it. As we talk, it turned dark, magenta color. So, just to share this, I hope you like my video. Any question, comment, right down below. Thank you. And hang on. And here's the plant. Here's the bush that I planted in a pot, in a saucer, because normally I let it sit in water because it loves constant moist. I strip all the old leaves off and I dry it on the counter to use it for tea. So this is the flower. The best way to propagate is by cutting, not by seed. So just for your info. So right now, the new young leaves is emerging. So just to share this with you. So I hope you like my video. Any question, comment right down below. Thank you.